How to drive a manual transmission car. I'm going to explain it. I'm not going to drive anywhere, but let's see what it means that this car is a manual transmission car. That means that we have a few speeds for going forward, those 5 speeds, and you have to do the switching. You have to shift from the first to the second to the third, and so on. You have to do everything here. Okay, for that we have an additional pedal, this one, the clutch, the left pedal, and every time you want to switch, let's say from the first gear to the second or any other gear, first you have to press the clutch. So press the clutch, and this time I'm going to take it out from the gears, and currently I'm here in the middle between third and fourth. Okay, and here the car is safe to be started. So to do that, just insert the key there. Okay, and you can turn it. I'm not going to turn it right now. So since it's taken out from gear, you can turn that key, the engine will start, and then you can start driving. To go forward, first press the clutch, shift into the first gear, release the clutch, and just accelerate the car. When the speed is high enough, just press the clutch once again, shift it into the second gear, release the clutch once again, and accelerate. And repeat the same process. Clutch, third gear, release, accelerate it, go faster, clutch, fourth speed, release it, and go even faster. Okay, whenever you want to stop the car, you have to press the brake pedal, the middle one. You can press it a little bit, but if you want to totally stop the car, then you should take it out from gear. So clutch, and in the middle, here between third and fourth speed. And that's about it. Of course, you have to use the wheel also, the steering wheel, to go to the right or to the left. The key is always locking the steering wheel. As you can see, currently is not rotating. And that's about it. In a nutshell, the theory of driving a manual transmission car. If you want to go backwards, that is this one, reverse. The same thing, you have to press always the clutch, fully press it, and that's the reverse gear. And then release it. For reverse, you have to accelerate it also. That's for accelerating forward and accelerating backwards also. Okay, if you want to just rev the engine, vroom, 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 sound like that, and you don't want to go anywhere, you want to stay in one place with the car, then you have to take it out from reverse in this case and put it in the middle, that is the neutral. So once again, clutch, neutral, here in the middle. Okay, and vroom, 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 you can press it as much as you want and the car will stay in one place. Of course, we have the handbrake also. So okay, now I have to press this one, because if I release the handbrake, the car will go backwards. So if the handbrake is pulled down, then your car can roll, let's say, backward or forward while you are revving it. And for safety, you have to pull it. Okay, since I pulled the handbrake, now I can release the brake pedal and I can rev the car here in neutral. Vroom, 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 vroom. Okay, so currently the engine is started. You have some LEDs, some lights there on the dashboard also when the car is started. And it is taken out from gear. It's here in the middle between third and fourth. Okay, and now I can rev it. And the car stays in one place. It's not going anywhere. Okay, let's stop it. The handbrake is pulled. One other thing, when you want to go slowly, even slower than the first speed allows you, then first put it into a gear, okay, and release it a little bit and push it back. That is, you're going to slightly couple the engine onto the wheels, and if the speed is too high already, then just push it back, and now you're decoupled it. So you have to feather it a little bit. Now it is pushed down, the wheels are decoupled from the engine. Now it is released. Now the engine is coupled to the wheels, it will pull forward, and by slightly applying a little bit of rotation to the wheels, slightly releasing it, you will slightly push the car forward. That's when you have to stay at stoplights and you have to go 1 meter forward. And you have to play with this pedal. If you stay even longer, then you should not press the clutch pedal all the time, but instead you should put it into neutral. If you want to go 1 meter, just 1 meter forward, you have to put it into the first gear once again and slightly release it to go 1 meter, push it back and take it out. That's the bad part of a manual transmission car. The positive part of the manual transmission is that when you want to go, let's say, up on a hill, then you can keep it into, let's say, the second or third gear, and you can rev it and the car will pull much better in a lower gear, and it will not shift into a higher one where the power will be less. So you can rev it constantly in one speed, let's say the third one, and it will have more power. Of course, it will consume more. In order to completely stop a manual transmission car, first press the clutch, take it out from gear and push the brake until the car completely stops. And then you can turn back the key, take it out, pull the handbrake, and that's it. The car is completely stopped. These numbers are only a representation of the position of this stick, the manual transmission car's stick. So this H pattern is here, letter H, okay, and here, let's say in the upper left position, press the clutch. Now we are up here in the first gear. Now we are down here in the second gear. We are in the neutral and third gear, neutral here in the center, and fourth gear and fifth gear, and reverse. So this is only a representation of the position of this stick. Of course, we have the turn signals. That's this stick here on the left side. So that's for going left, nothing, and that's for going to the right, when you turn the wheel to the right. Nothing. If you turn it to the left, then you should push it down and it will blink left side. Nothing. Now it will blink to the right. Nothing. Stick, this one. Now it's not doing anything because the engine is not started from the key. But this one is for the windshield wipers. So you have to move the entire stick once, twice or 3 times according to the speed that you want for the wipers. On the first speed the wiper will go slower. On the second speed it will go a little bit faster, and on the third speed it will go the fastest. Okay, back. That one is for the rear wiper, and the third one, which is spring loaded, that's for the fluid onto the rear window. And now it's off. This one on the left side is for the headlights. Now the position lights are on. Now the low beams are on. Low and off. Even an LED or bulb is turning on. Plus on the dashboard. So the lights are working even when the engine is not started. You can pull it towards you and it will flash. Want to rely only on the handbrake, which only brakes the rear wheels, then you can also put it into the first gear, push the clutch and put it in the first gear, and now the first gears will stop the car a little bit. It won't completely stop it, but it's heavily braking it. The braking is larger in the first gear and smallest in the last gear. So the fifth gear slows down the car the least. And even if it's in the first gear, and let's say the handbrake is pushed down, that is, it's released, then if you decide to press the clutch pedal, then the car will go either forward or backward, because this one is disconnecting the engine from the wheels. Now since it's in the first gear, now the engine is connected to both of the wheels and is stopping the car. If you push it down, the connection is broken and thus the car can roll forward or backward. That's the theory of driving a manual transmission car.